Shalom, first and foremost, all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, double honor to our apostles, the bishops, the elders of the great millstone, and greetings, salutations, blessings, much love unto you, elect. Shalom unto you. Earthquake update, man. Okay. I had a couple of earthquakes, in Burma, in Myanmar. They have it right there showing you. These were pretty much minutes away, not even 15 minutes apart. Okay. And they were major. And I have some footage of them, but you got to understand these are prophecies that earthquakes will be in diverse places. The fact that one is in Brazil and then one is on the other side of the world shows you. But they're happening all over the world. If you go into this map, basically quake showing you all the different places the earthquakes are happening. There's a lot of minor earthquakes all over the earth. Well, it's no big deal. Yeah, but look, these are major ones that have been happening. Or I say the past 20 years, there have been major earthquakes like we haven't seen before. Okay? And we know that these earthquakes are coming. They're in prophecy. And it's not about the earthquakes as much as the other things that are mentioned with earthquakes, as I'm going to read. Okay? But let's see. Okay, it says watch live. Rescuers search for Myanmar earthquake survivors as death toll rises to more than 140. Okay. So this is killing people, man. Look, it's showing you that's the same one. It's in Southeast Asia. Okay. If you know where this region is at. Bangkok reduced. Okay, the region to rubble. Buildings in the region to rubble. Okay, and there's a couple of videos on it. I seen one. I don't know if I have it, but I seen one that collapsed. And I mean, they were like construction workers working on it, and they all ran. Myanmar ruling militia junta said at least 144 people, if you know, you know. Okay, that number pops up. Were killed and 737 injured in the country following the catastrophic earthquake, which prompted both Thailand and Myanmar to declare a state of emergency. Okay, so this is something serious, man. And for you people that aren't afraid of earthquakes, and certain bunch of people missing, people that aren't afraid of earthquakes, man, this is one of the most, growing up in Southern California, one of the most fearful things to be a part of. I've been in a few earthquakes in my life, and even a mild one that you can just feel it shaking, not a major ones like some of the ones that I felt. I felt the 89 Bay Area one. I felt the Northridge in 94, and I was in that area, wasn't in Northridge, but I was in the city next to Northridge, um, you know, and man, North Hollywood right there, and it was no joke. The building next to me split in half and collapsed. It split in half, and then after a few days, it collapsed. And there were continual, what's the word I'm looking for? Aftershocks. So there's like more and more earthquakes happening and happening and happening. Now that I showed you seemed like it was an aftershock. Okay, so the 7.7 was Friday the 28th. Okay, at 2:20. Okay, but then the one 3 hours later, the 6.4 was at 2:32. So less than 15 minutes apart. That these bigger ones hit, and this is just magnitude 6 or higher worldwide in the past 24 hours. Okay, which we saw another 6.1 in central, I can't see what it says, but we see the flag of Brazil. All right.
Past the hour, we do have some breaking news right now at the live desk to tell you about. We are tracking a large, deadly 7.7 magnitude earthquake in central Myanmar this morning, hitting the area just a few hours ago, triggering a state of emergency.
Fair use, fair use, fair use.
by the country, and we're hearing of major damage. And you can see some of these pictures, and we're cycling through brand new video and images coming into the news desk here this morning. This quake was felt in neighboring Bangkok, Thailand. We are seeing some video. Watch this. An entire building collapsing right there in a matter of seconds. 2 people have been confirmed killed, trapping more than 40 others. 7 have been reportedly rescued. That rescue mission is happening as we speak right now. Many of those trapped, we're hearing, were building workers working on that construction site. Thailand's prime minister also declaring a state of emergency there in the capital city and urging residents to avoid high-rise buildings. Many officials there are worried that there could be aftershocks here, and this could continue. We're also seeing reports of multiple deaths in...
Now, the aftershocks thing and the quakes that I've been in, and there's aftershocks, man, you don't feel safe. You don't feel at ease. You think, I mean, because it was cold out in the 94s, particularly Northridge one. It was cold out that morning. We're standing all out in front of the building, trying to see who's still in there, who needs to come out. You know, the apartment building my cousins lived in or whatever. And we're trying to figure, you know, what to do. Now, they wouldn't let none of us younger, you know, I was an able-bodied teenager, they wouldn't let us out, you know, let us help. So eventually they told us to just go wait in the car, you know, because it was like, damn, it was getting later and later. We're standing out there in the middle of the night, tired, and so on and so forth. They caught us off guard, man, as a thief in the night, as the Lord said he would come. Okay, so as I get these precepts, it's gonna remind you that the fear of the Lord is important. But more importantly, to say this real quick, you don't feel safe nowhere on earth. I mean, we even got to the point later in that day, we just went to the park and just out in the grass, just out in the middle of nowhere, not realizing, hey, a sinkhole could open up. It didn't. But, you know, we see these things happening in the earth today. Sinkholes out of nowhere for no reason. You know, all these things could be triggered. And, man, the wrath of the Lord is not a game. Okay? Let's see what else he says.
Around a mosque collapse in Miramar. Authorities say that the earthquake really is being felt for miles. 6.4 aftershock followed just moments after the initial one, and officials...
This is a quick statement. I'm not going to get into it, but a quick statement. You're seeing all these issues with churches and mosques and so on and so forth, because the Heavenly Father ain't with all that, man. This is why you don't build a third temple with stone and temples made with hands anymore. Okay, for you that know, you know. All right, this third temple, which I had an idea for a video. I'll probably pull that one off later this week. But yeah, we'll see what that was about. But yeah, man, you don't build them with temples made with hands, because things like this could happen. Okay.
Warning that the tremors are likely to follow. We'll continue to monitor this breaking story for you this morning, right now, here on the National News Desk.
And of course, this is Jake trying to passport over to Thailand, and you know, and they having to be there doing it. And the thing, you know, you're gonna watch it, and I'll react after.
Bro, all my friends like mine. What the fuck is that? Nigga, it's just a... Oh shit, this is a tsunami? No, that's what's happening. But it's an earthquake. Are you serious? Bro, what the fuck is that? Oh shit. Why you? No, nigga, I'm dead. What the fuck is this? No, bro, this... Oh shit! No, let him die! No, this is... Oh shit! Oh shit! Bro, what the fuck is going on? What, go on? How do you get out? We gotta go, we got stairs. Oh! No,
yeah, I'm gonna put the phone down. The cameraman on his job. The cameraman on his job. He ain't gonna stop rolling the footage for nothing. Okay, this footage will prove to probably be something, you know, I believe they survived. If they did survive, something that they'll get paid for. Okay? You know, off of this footage. Now, crazy part that you got to understand is the feeling of helplessness when these things hit. You can feel the power of the Most High God, you know, when you feel an earthquake, man. People say that about tornadoes and certain hurricanes and storms. But yeah, and even in the ocean, you know, when nature and the elements take over. But hey, earthquake is you know, it's like nothing. I felt hurricanes before in the South. Never been around a tornado. I've seen them, but never endured one like that. Like I saw footage of one recently where it came around and shit got wiped out. But it ain't, you know, to me that feeling of an earthquake meaning you have no control over this thing. You can't make it stop. You can't ask it. You can't see the end of it. It's just you just gotta. It's an unknown force creating this, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what generates it. Okay, the weather, the earth is doing this, and then the air is doing that, and the weather is doing this, and then meet that, and there's a scientific breakdown for that. But there's not really true science that can tell you what an earth can describe what the earth an earthquake feels like. Anyway, so let me grab some earthquake precepts. 2nd Esdras 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? Showing you the prophecies of earthquakes coming in these last days and the uproars. It's not just solely earthquakes. Okay? You got to put all this together because all the different things happening simultaneously in this time. The signs in the heaven with the planet alignments and the what's the other word I want to use? The other thing, and the eclipses. Okay, another one coming. I think tomorrow there's another eclipse. Okay, like there's a lot going on, uproars, all kinds of things. You know, people protesting Tesla, protesting what's happening over with the economy over in different countries. It's just happening in the earth, and that's just a few things. The technological advances, World War III, all these things are part of the prophecies, right? Luke 21 verse 9, and when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, but for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then he said unto me, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and earth and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences. We've seen pestilences. We're starting to see famines. Seeing the homeless people outside. Okay, it'll act like there's not more of them walking around, but we're also watching that a lot of these jobs and a lot of the inflation is starting to hit the stores. Okay, all this stuff is gonna hit. It's hitting. It ain't starting. It's hitting. Okay, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. We've been seeing these things. Okay, Matthew 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahshai of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise and storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Okay, this is all prophecy of what's coming and what's happening. Mark this one a little bit better. Okay, these are the plagues of Egypt again, New Egypt. Okay, as before. I didn't read that one, but this is just showing you just different things happening. There's physical and worldly things that are happening that are leading up to the destruction of a place. Okay, to the children of Israel get removed out of this captivity. Okay, and I just want to hit on this real quick. This, just showing you that earthquake is something, man, very powerful and very dangerous and very scary. Okay, and I put that first video of the collapse of that building before in the news article before the one with the young Jakes in there. because I don't want you to think I was implying that they were in that building. Okay, the other video I saw, they were a lot closer. The cameraman was a lot closer, you know, standing in basically underneath the building when it collapsed. Okay, it looked almost like a demolition, but that's how it came down. But man, you can't, man. Earthquake is not a game, man. Okay, another something I just want to note in the movie. I love these movies. In the movie, The Road, there was always a lot of earthquakes happening in that movie. Okay, a lot of earthquakes continue to happen in that movie. It was a post-apocalyptic movie. Good watch. Okay, but it just brings to mind. And then there's one other element in that movie, and it's in the beginning of the movie, but it's in small pieces throughout. There were groups that were setting fire throughout the world, you know, as they were walking around, and there was deranged chanting, as he said. Okay, you can put those pieces together. I've done a video on that before, but that deranged chanting might be the men of the Lord calling on Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay. So just to put that out there, just watch, you know, when you watch these movies, man, you got to keep a spiritual eye on it. So I digress. With that, I'm going to close, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Shem Shai. To the next one, Shalom.